Alright, so we're here with Frecky and Nausea so far. We're just waiting on Kith and Brachthold. Ah, I can hear you. Sorry, I didn't have my speakers.
Sweet. Okay. I'll
That
take it.
that was me. It's not you. It's me.
Okay. It's because it lit up and it made the little beepy noise when I pushed to talk. So I was, and then I closed it and then I opened it again and then I was like, well, I ran out of ideas. Let me go get Christoph.
Yes. As long as it's not the same button that keeps deleting your icon from Roll20, that's okay.
I'm so sorry. You got to give it a minute. Christoph's being punished for his crimes.
Okay.
He said a very terrible pun, so I locked him on the patio. Now he's gonna suffer.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Me too. I must have something set up incorrectly.
How's it going?
It's going well, thank you. How about you?
Well, I was locked on the patio. Nothing to say.
That's what you get for telling bad dad jokes, apparently.
I couldn't pop.
He who would pun would pick a pocket. You think you're so clever. Oh. So, you test the audio one more time.
Hello.
Testing.
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 Thanks. All right.
Are you still sick?
Well,
You don't-
adjust. You test the audio one more time.
Yeah.
Hello.
Testing.
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 Thanks. All right.
Are you still sick?
Well,
You don't-
adjust. You test the audio one more time.
Yeah.
I am ready if you guys are.
Yep.
I'm ready.
All right, so we last left off, and you guys were at the House of the Morning Lord, if I remember correctly, and you were going to head south towards the south gate and then stop at the Alchemist. Is that accurate?
Sounds right.
All right, so you guys basically go through town. And stop at the Alchemist. All right, I just want to make sure I get my pointer all working. Okay. To the Alchemist.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, okay. Super sorry.
All right. So you guys should see an alchemy shop. And we have a fine shopkeep. Greetings, travelers. What may I be of service to you on?
And I, for one, am getting into making some healing potions, and I know not what to do, but I would like to inquire on your wares.
Very good.
And also help me to make healing potions, because I'm not sure what goes into a healing potion.
A vile concoction of herbs and plenty that you can find out in the woods, but I sell at a premium.
I'll take the lot, depending.
So this shop essentially has some scrolls and potions and some arcane type equipment here. And we can...
Yeah, sure. I would like a menu. I didn't QR it. My bad.
Yeah, beep. I just put the item in your journals, so you guys can look at it. Look at it. Let's see. We got all the adventuring gear in the book. Some common potions. No, they won't have any uncommon or rare potions. The cost expensive chart is the one they're using.
Got it. This is a very nice establishment then.
Yeah, it's the urban locale chart there.
let me write this down because from what I see, I know that I would like a sprig of mistletoe. Or two. So expensive. That would be 4 gold. And then, I guess then.
You know, we could just go find you like a stick. Like
Right.
we're not like you. You don't gotta pay 8 gold for a staff. We could just go find you a big stick, buddy. Like
All right. I'm
sticks
always
are.
going to roll on asking about the trees in the area.
Well, they're all a little bit frozen solid and buried. So
Frecky, why do you need a quarterstaff?
I technically don't. I don't think. I just have it for the starter. I think I picked scimitar and quarterstaff.
Okay. Was just checking if you needed one because I have a spare.
Ooh, I dual wield quarterstaff.
Not that I know of. They're
Helicopter
two-handed.
bear. No? Okay, so then I guess then I'm not seeing any like specific healing components and stuff. So I'll just buy potions, and then my medicine value will essentially do that.
yeah, yeah. I mean, if you could buy the herbalism kit, that would allow you to gather enough stuff to make potions. I don't know if you have a herbalism kit or not.
I do have one of those.
Okay. So, like during the day or so, you'd want to probably roll. We could make some rolls of, hey, I'm gonna start crafting, um, a cure potion or something like that. So, and you can craft about 25 gold worth of stuff every day.
Okay.
So, like,
And that would be something I could roll to forage for as well.
yeah,
Around.
yeah, that would be
Okay.
worth.
So that's
that
like
would
an
work.
end of day task then.
Yeah, exactly. So the end of the day is kind of when we figure out what you kind of accomplished in addition to your gaming or your other stuff. So
Cool. Okay, well then, I guess I would just like to buy a few potions. Then I would say fair.
the you want greater healing or you want healing or what?
Greater healing, I'd say.
Okay. Let's see here. So for do you want one or two or?
Where was the price for
Yeah, from the sheet that we're looking at, it looks like fair would be greater healing, which is an uncommon potion.
Yeah.
And basis what the cost breakdown is, one greater healing would be 375 gold.
Yeah. So you probably want
Oh.
just the healing potions.
Yeah. No. Okay. What's the ratio on that? I guess I don't.
It's like I think it's a 2d4 plus 4 or something. It might be even 1d4 plus 2. So
Okay. Yeah. Then I'll just take.
they're enough to keep you from dying. So
Okay. I'll take a couple healing potions then.
All right. they are. Let me just make sure that they're in stock there. Yes. So they are. You want two, so it's going to be 150 gold.
I'd say that's. Oh, I can't afford that. Never mind. That's crazy. A trading bar's 50. Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Never mind. I'm gonna just go off of the stuff around us. I'm gonna live off the wilderness.
Excuse me.
And this is Frecky's first time in an alchemy shop.
Yeah, it's you're noticing that the prices look kind of steep, and you're like, well, I could make that potion in a day, and now you're starting to think, am I in the wrong business?
Let's go, guys. This ain't worth it.
I'm gonna open up a damn shop. These prices are terrible. Is Brackenfold interested in checking any
He's
availability
charging
on
gold for
scrolls?
mistletoe.
I was just, talking about with the shopkeep about the scrolls, inquiring like what kind of stuff they have, that sort of thing.
Some poor to fair selection on scrolls. So
I was looking at the prices and deciding to go back to the woods.
You said Portafair for scrolls?
yeah. So essentially, what would happen is if you want something on there, we're just gonna make sure it's in stock with a 60% or under.
Hmm. Yeah, no, just talking, asking where they get the scrolls, that sort of thing. Because can't wizard, is scribe scroll still a feat, or is that just something wizards can do?
You can you can uh, you can scribe scrolls. It's I mean, gosh, I can't remember. Let's I think it does take a while, and there is a gold cost to it. So or you have to find there's a formula, but essentially it's uh like the lowest level cantrip slash it's
Yeah,
about
I'm looking.
cantrips would take about 25. It's about 25 gold times spell level times caster level. So
Okay,
um
yeah.
but that's if you wanted to cast at a higher level. I mean, if you wanted to just do um
Like your
like light,
level one
yeah, your
cantrip.
level
Yeah.
one, it's going to be 25 gold, and it takes about a day.
And
Yeah. Plus,
okay, yeah.
you need to have an ink and quill and stuff like that. So
Okay, yeah. I'm just, asking about their suppliers, seeing if I couldn't, when we have quote unquote downtime, see if I couldn't just sell scrolls, that sort of thing. Trying to make, you know, connections within the city and ways to supplement our income.
if you're interested in making scrolls, she introduces herself as Erica, and she's interested in maybe partnering up, especially if you've got non-standard availability. So
Yeah, I do, and then I let her know that I'm mainly focused on illusions, and some of the spells I do are a little more powerful in terms of illusion magic than someone else might be.
cool, yeah, because she's got the standard kind of evocation, so
You know.
covered by a wizard. There was a Thayan wizard in the area that bought her out at one point, but she's been recovering, recouping her stock. So
Okay. Yeah, and I'm just, what race is the shopkeeper?
she's human.
Okay. Yeah, and then just, seeing if making small talk as well, that sort of thing, and just looking around with the passive investigation, seeing the state of the scrolls, like whether or not they're well made, if there's like some hidden archmage in the town distributing artifacts I need to be out looking out for, that sort of thing.
So you can tell that she's got her stock of scrolls very, very finely organized. They're by the rank of what level spell. You're not really level, but like the season of a spellcaster. This is for an
Okay.
apprentice, this is for a master, and this is for an archmage. Or archmage. They're broken down into kind of those levels, obviously, because they're not going to say, "Oh, this is a level 3," And then
I've always gone by like
Yeah, and then
Just
school.
calling it the tier spell.
Yeah, yeah, and
Okay.
then by kind of by school, and most of the scrolls she shows you one. They're like etched with like some of them. They're gilded with silver. Some of them, you know. So you can tell that there's a reason for the high cost of these material or these scrolls is because they're really really finely made. So your there's an expectation of quality coming to this place because it's the only one. Apparently, in another town, there's the chop shop, as she says. If you want stuff from witches and hedge mages, you can go to this other place. But this is where the aspiring magician or wizard comes to do the shopping in all of 10 towns. So,
Well,
I'm just kind of wandering around the shop, kind of like a bored child would be when parents are shopping. Just kind of picking up things, looking at what it is, what they are. But in reality, what I'm doing is I'm looking to see how well protected the most valuable scrolls and potions are, and like if anything is sort of out where it would be easily pilfered.
I am just staring around, looking consistently bewildered, and progressively as I look at the random crap around me that I don't know what it is. Like, I would really just like to go back to the woods because I cannot comprehend why they're charging gold for mistletoe, and then I'm trying to steal things and I slap him on the back of the head, but like lightly.
right.
You know, knock it off tap you get from like your mom sometimes. Knock it off.
Oof. So Kith kind of hears every once in a while as he moves around a actually roll perception. So since it's pretty active right now. Oh yeah, so you kind of hear a padding around the shop near you, like like a very soft padded foot kind of coming getting down. I mean, your hearing is just exceptional right now, especially in this tiny shop, and it's almost like you're hearing like almost a cat's foot. It's like a cat walking around, but but you don't see anything.
Ah, okay.
But to answer your question, there is kind of a cupboard behind her with a very fancy lock on the wall, and through there's like this metal. You can see through the metal grate on the front of the cupboard, but it's very gilded and has like this very southern Arabic or look to it, where there's the metal is finely crafted. It's very ornate, but you can see through it and you can see that there's stuff in there, and you're seeing like some interesting potions and jars of stuff. It's like over here, and there's several scrolls in there, and look like they're they're scroll cases. Sorry, they're so there's some very ornate gold and diamond encrusted scroll cases in there as well. So you have a feeling that anything on display is kind of easily replaced.
Right, so everything on the floor is just common.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff on these aisles and stuff. It's basic like just spell component. Like there's Eye of Newt jar over here and some bat guano over here. So very common spell components as well, and in herbs and spices too. Um, they are labeled a little high as far as price. Um, you you're looking at the prices thinking I am not entirely sure I could even get 10% of that to a fence because the prices are so high. I don't know if that makes sense or not.
Yeah, it does.
Because this store is not the going rate. It's a lot higher than the going rate. So
Yeah, it's 2 gold for a sprig of mistletoe. It's robbery.
oh, look outside.
It grows in this climate.
Gladly.
They want gold for a big stick, and I'm just like, we can go get you a stick. We can go find a stick, buddy. It's okay.
I want everyone looking for sticks before sundown.
I then, after hammering out the details in a, at least not to the point where it'll cost me money to sell scrolls to her, look at Frecky and ask if we're good to go.
Yep, this just isn't my kind of store. I think we're best suited out there in the wild. I think, were we gonna go to the town hall next, or check out the stables?
We were looking at going to the town hall and seeing what was going on there. And then I turn to the shopkeep once more and start striking up an obviously, like, blatantly poor charisma conversation around the, murder, stuff like that. Because, I've got a 10 in charisma. But I do have a very high investigation.
She has heard of some murders, but they're people that really don't mean anything to her. So, she thinks it's interesting that they all kind of happen the day after the lotteries. But that's about all she knows of the of that.
Sure. I'd thank her and then look at the group and ask if we're ready to head to the town hall.
I nod vigorously.
All right. Is everybody out then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes, I'm happy to get out of there.
Too bougie.
Basically, yeah, it was just very bougie.
I felt like a naked
Place.
bear in there. Felt like I smelled like a naked bear in there.
The deep gnome being the only one that fit in.
I'm glad you got employed.
You guys get to the town hall, and there's a couple of guards in full plate outside the doors saying they're not taking any admittings right now. You'll have to come back tomorrow. The speaker is out on her rounds.
When is the the lottery again? It's tomorrow night.
Tomorrow during the day, so kind of like high noon in the town square type thing. Oops.
Could we ask if there was any possible time that we could catch her later tonight or early tomorrow, rather?
I'm not the speaker's keeper. I don't know. And he just hawks up this big, like, phlegm and just spits down at his feet. She ain't here now. She's likely to be here tomorrow. And you're not sensing a whole lot of politeness or happiness with what they're doing.
I look at the group and say, Well, do we want to try swing back in the morning?
Yeah, we can try it early. There's no point in waiting around.
Yeah, unless you want to try some of that low charisma and high investigation, I'd say we gotta get out of here. But any info on Suffolk culture, we could keep our ears out for.
Oh, wait, you're looking for Suffolk? One of the guards looks at you and says, "What do you want with him?"
We were trying to get a note from someone who hired us in a town over, but, we couldn't seem to find where they were camped.
They should be still camped right outside the southwest gate, which is that way. And he kind of points to the southwest.
You wouldn't believe a couple people we talked to said that they were in the northeast, outside the northeast gate, and I think they just didn't like. And I nod to the druid a little bit. Didn't like him around there.
I smell both my pits. Kind of take a step back.
Well, I mean, I don't know what you mean, but not many people here have a problem with dwarves.
Your face is the guard. Do the guards have like the scarves over their face?
Oh yeah,
Or
they're like
cold?
bundled up with, they actually, they're still shivering because they're wearing a big metal, a bunch of metal, but they have furs over the top of it and cloaks, and they do have a little fire thing going in front of them as well.
You haven't been close to him indoors with your scarf pulled down.
I see. That is a common problem.
Yeah. Well, thank you. And then I hold my hand out to shake and to thank them. I'm Brackthuld. It was a pleasure talking to you.
All right, move along.
Okay.
Alright, so next move, do we want to go explore that camp? Or.
Well, we were gonna stop by the stables first.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
All right, so you're at the stables. And you guys kind of go up the steps. It smells like hay and frozen crap and just all sorts of nasty animal smells. Some horses. And then a lot of these things called axe beaks. Let me get you a... There is...
It's those like chocobo looking things, right?
Yeah, basically, yeah. Let me see if I can show this to you. Yes. There you go. I put one in your journals, but yeah, it's kind of a cross between a chocobo and a chicken.
Could I try to get a sense of how these what are they called, axe bills, or axe beaks feeling? Whether or not they're treated well.
They are just kind of eating every once in a while and scratching at the ground. They're not putting off any sort of like how they're treated incorrectly or anything.
Pretty brainless.
Yeah. A lot of people use them as mounts. They do pretty well in the cold weather. But yeah, this is what it is. The stables for buying and selling some mounts or storing them for a fee.
Was there a particular reason we came to the stables, or was that?
You were the
someone
one
gave
that
it?
asked.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that. I wrote down that that was on our to do. Was there
I
someone
think we
that?
were trying to house the polar bears in here at one point.
Oh, nix that. Yeah, no, I let Amanda and Jake go. They're doing great, I hear. All right, sorry guys. Yeah, let's get out of here. But it is good to eye an axe speak, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink.
God, I was just so worried you guys were gonna try and buy horses. Oh, I was just so worried about that.
Why would I buy a horse when literally anything else would be better?
That is literally what I was thinking, and I was like, please don't be buying horses. Please don't be buying horses.
I personally dislike horses. They're way too skittish, and well, where I come from, they die kind of easily. Giant lizards or even large boars would be better. And
Yeah.
then it's a setting question. While we've been wandering around, have we seen homeless people at all or anything like that?
No, you know what? The Icewind Dale doesn't have a whole big homeless problem right now.
Because they'd be dead.
Yeah, the whole -40 at night takes real quick care of that.
The only reason was because in some of my notes it mentioned one homeless woman.
Uh, I mean, there's raving people wandering around, and there might be somewhere where they have a shelter at that's good enough.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna. Is there anyone around the stables at all?
There's, I mean, people milling around doing their thing.
Okay. Yeah, the only reason was because in my notes it said to try find a human woman named Beldora. But,
Yeah, I don't know what that's from.
Yeah, I don't know what that one's from either.
Beldora, is it? How do you spell it? Like Beldora or something?
She's supposed to be my contact in the 10 towns.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. Because I don't really care
Yeah.
if the table knows. But, yeah.
That's right. Um, there is a. I mean, if you want to ask around, then
Yeah, I'll look at them and say, give me 1 second. I'm going to
give me an
ask around
investigation.
a little bit.
Can you give me an investigation, please?
Oof.
Yeah, the couple of people basically just grooming animals here have not heard that name.
Okay.
They
And then just passively from our time wandering the city.
we haven't really you haven't really bumped into anybody that was appropriate to talk to about it, but you feel you might have better luck at the tavern where a lot of people go.
Okay. I come back to the group and say, maybe we should, ask around a couple of the taverns. And then, is there like a very common one, or are you referencing the one we've been staying
The
at?
one you've been staying at.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's about midday, and you've got about 2 hours worth of light. So 2 to 3
Okay,
hours worth
yeah.
of light.
Because, and I look at the group, I don't think we're going to be able to tackle a whole lot of these issues before sundown because we're basically out of leads.
Yeah. The only other lead we have is Suffolk Caltro in the camp outside. So I guess the question is that worth it, or should we go to the main lake area or Five Tavern Center?
Well, I don't think calling him out in a group of people, and I kind of talk in a hushed tone in like the corner of an alley or something here, where, we're not around a whole bunch of people. And I don't think calling him out for, what we were hired to investigate is the best idea, especially in his own camp.
Well, I think it'd be
Yeah.
worth it to just kind of go over there and try to get a sense of him
That'd
and
be a
his
good idea, yeah.
crew, and just kind of, pick up what we can pick up without revealing ourselves.
They sell wares there, don't they?
Yeah, it is an outdoor market. So
Well,
Maybe it's better priced than where we've been.
yeah, I'd say we should go check it out.
all right, takes you about 10 minutes on the weird snow and the rough terrain to kind of make your way over there. Let me all right. Yeah, you guys are already on. All right. So yeah, you see this camp of people and everyone just kind of looking around, and you see this guy basically right here. He's just got like these really intense blue eyes that are almost emanating some sort of icy blue light. Kind of like the undead dudes on Game of Thrones. So, what are the Night Walkers or whatever, Winter Walker, whatever they're called?
White Walkers.
Yeah.
The ones we already forgot about because the ending sucked so bad that we just blacked out the entire show.
Something like that.
I guess I'll passively look at some of the frozen trees and whatnot and see if I see any of those branches I saw in that really expensive store that bummed me out.
What race is our White Walker here?
He looks human. I gave you guys a little bit of a. There's a handout I put in your journals. You can access that in Roll20 at the top. It's like the second or third thing over.
And is he currently, is that blade of ice something that's sheathed or just something he carries around?
It's sheathed right now.
Okay.
And the rest of these guys in camp, they look like they're dwarves or humans or mix.
Yeah, they look like dwarves. Let me. Oops. My NPC is stuck there. So this dwarf kind of comes up and hollers out, "Well met. What do you be after? We got goods, a random assortment of items."
I guess I'll lean in and kind of say I'm looking for any mistletoes that ain't worth no gold, but less.
Mistletoe. What do you want? What do you want plants for? We don't have any plants.
I'll fold my arms and take another
We
embarrassing
all
step.
we have furniture. We have common housewares. We've got nice stuff from houses. Furniture, some weapons, some pieces of armor. They might need a little repair.
What kind of weapons do you have?
Some swords, some bows. They're gonna need strings though.
As we're looking at the items, can I see if I notice any of that, the same Bowhammer insignias anywhere?
Give me a perception check. Actually, yeah, perception. And then yeah, there's a couple of shields that have shields and chainmail that look like they have maker's marks from, or they have the standard of the foaming mug on them.
But no one wearing anything of that insignia?
No, those are for sale.
And they're not branded with any other insignia or anything?
No, they're not. So.
Well, let me take a look at your bows. I'd like to see what you got.
All right, they're right over here.
This is the other NPC, not Sephic, talking to me.
Yeah, it's Torga. Yeah, Suffolk just basically stands there and stares at everybody. So.
I'll kind of mimic him, obviously looking way less intimidating, all 3 feet of me, but still following
sure.
Kith.
Both of you could roll a perception for me, please.
And then just also looking around inquisitively, trying to just see what's going on. If there's any, obvious "I'm a murderer" signs anywhere.
Let's see here. Let me just I'm going to send you guys some information here in Roll20. All right, you two. I sent you a message.
How far away is that from me?
That's that one right there.
I'm gonna send you a GM note.
Okay. But basically all the other guys kind of... Oops, that's wood. That's more wood. Kind of notice just people are, just kind of aware that you guys are there.
Does it look like they're, moving to surround us at that point?
No, not really. They're like this guy over here is, overtaking a leak, but it's not really coming very much, and he's kind of looking over his shoulder every once in a while. They look like thugs, they're trying to sell stuff, but it looks like, they're aware that they don't want to be caught unaware. Does that make sense?
Yeah, they're just kind of looking around, seeing if we notice the thing in the cart, and us trying to not look like we're about to accuse someone of murder. That sort of thing.
Uh, yeah, I mean, they don't really know what's going on, then they're just kind of staying available.
Okay.
Could I walk up to, I believe this guy here is the guy that we're inquiring on the wares. I'll
Oops.
try to.
Hey, Paul, give me another investigation, please.
I'll just ask him random questions about the botany of the area and try to see what he feels about the
Excuse me.
price mistletoe twigs and how asinine that is.
He's like, that sounds like prices I would charge if I were to go grab a couple plants.
I mean, it's just ridiculous, though. For picking up a plant, really 2 gold. You have dwarven toughness, too. Come on.
So they're just kind of, they're like, do you see anything you like? Torga kind of says. The prices can be a little negotiable if you want. So yeah, there's some armor and swords and some crossbows. One of the other tents has got a bunch of crates of potatoes. It kind of looks like if you were to rob supply carts, it would be that type of bulk stuff. So.
Are there any longbows?
Yeah, they do have a longbow.
Is it in any good condition, or
It looks pretty standard.
how much for this longbow here?
Let's see here. Oops. Zoom that in too far. Let's see, a longbow. I could let it go for 95.
95. What's so special about this longbow?
Well, it's got quite a legacy behind it. It was part of the first battle a couple years ago between the undead horde that attacked, and it was wielded by Torvis McBain, nonetheless. So it's got quite the history to it.
Can I make a history roll to call them out on their bullshit?
Sure, you can make a history, and Paul, if you want to, or if Kith wants to do an insight.
It's 25.
Yeah, there was no such recorded battle.
And what did you say the name?
Torvis McBain. Kith is pretty certain that this merchant is full of shit, so I'm just trying to upsell.
I look at the merchant. Didn't Torvis use a warhammer?
The longbow is probably really Kith. Just it recognizes it as a normal longbow, so it's you should pay no more than like 50 for it. Torga basically looks to you and looks you up and down and says, I'm the one that's selling this stuff. What do you got a problem with? If you don't like it, then leave. Go buy something somewhere else.
So I say to Torga, but definitely with my head tilted towards Sefik without looking at him. I say, What I really need is sort of weapon that can damage creatures resistant to cold.
Well, it sounds like what you want is fire. And we're fresh out of fire weapons.
Does Suffolk make any sort of
You give me a perception. He just you see a slight smirk. With the change of Torga's demeanor while she's talking to you, you kind of notice that the other people are starting to kind of you're not sure if they're getting a little bit better position or if they're um, just kind of moving around because it's cold.
all these dogs up here? Are they tied up or are they?
Yeah, they're all tied to those individual black things. So
Well, I don't need any sort of fancy historic bow. I just need a bow, so I guess I'll pass on this. Then I sort of keep looking around at stuff, seeing if I can identify anything else that might seem recognizable as stolen goods.
you just see a variety of maybe maker's marks on things. You're not aware of a whole lot of stolen items currently. The constabulary might know more, but yeah, if you were to basically have a couple carts worth of just random stuff, it almost looks like a Goodwill, except some of the armor that has the foaming mug on it looks like it's never been worn and it's still kind of tied, so like it never made it to its destination.
I guess I would just make just an investigation or perception into if there's any indication that a lot of these goods came from one location, or try to get some insight on maybe the direction they came from. Would I roll investigation or perception?
What are you trying to do? I'm sorry.
Just looking to try to get a sense of if any of these wares were from any specific town I would recognize, or any shop specifically.
Yeah, it's you kind of notice that some of the things look like they're probably from. Definitely, some of these things are feeling like, well, this looks like it was probably made, carved in lonely wood, because of this style that you had seen at another store, and you retained that information. Also, the foaming mug stuff is probably most definitely property of the Battlehammer clan of dwarves, especially since it's still kind of wrapped up in its packaging, the parchment paper. So
I guess after that investigation, I would just kind of turn to my group and kind of shrug and say, I guess they're charging an arm and a leg for mistletoe everywhere.
And Torga kind of says, well, if you guys don't want anything, then you need to get out of here.
Hey, before we leave, you guys have been camped out here, I suppose, for a few days. And I was looking for somebody that supposedly headed out of the south gate. There's a half elf named Selenthrall, kind of a fancy bit of a dandy. You seen anybody like that?
Torga kind of looks around and says, well, lads, it looks like we got a little company here that's asking some questions. And with that, you should all roll initiative.
Do you want me to re-roll initiative, or can we add that into the turn tracker?
I'm going to be adding it into the turn tracker, so...
Sounds good.
So, let's see... Manual entry... Racthold... Braxtol's AC is 13 right now, right?
Correct.
What's your speed? 25? Something like that?
25.
Okay, and you got a 16 for initiative?
Yes.
Okay. Kith has a 12. Let's see, AC 16. Are you're wearing leather, I think, right, Nausea?
Yes.
So is your AC 15 or 13? I can't remember if you have nice dex or not.
It's 14.
Okay, thanks. Let's see if I did this right. Oops, you're not monsters. I'm still learning. Sorry, guys. Trying to use this encounter thing with that they have on the site. Alrighty. So, Suffolk. Let's see here. check something. All right, Suffolk is going to use a bonus action and... Oops. Let's see here. I can never remember how to check for... There we go.
Yeah, you either push Q while you've got the token, or you just right-click once, and it also does it.
So Suffolk Misty steps up to the top there. And for his action, let's see here, is going to fire an ice knife off at... throw an ice dagger at Braxthold. And it misses. All right, Braxthold, your turn.
I look offended at him. Firstly. Secondly, centered around Suffolk, I cast Sleep.
All right.
Does he have more than 18 hit points?
Yes, but this guy does not. So he falls asleep.
Okay.
Let's see here. Do you want to stay there?
No.
You are right next to somebody.
Yeah, I'm right next to Kith.
And you're right next to Torga.
Okay, yeah, I was about to check if that was more than 5 feet.
So she does threaten
I
you. You are
move-
threatened. You're threatened. So
Okay.
if you move out of, like, away from, you can move within all the squares that are adjacent to her. So,
Okay.
but you will incur an attack of opportunity if you.
And something D&D 5e doesn't do like 5-foot adjustment, or
No.
you only take 5 feet of
You
movement?
can
Okay.
no, you can use an action to disengage, which means instead of attacking, I'm going to carefully move away from you, and you will not occur.
Oh, okay.
So you could move and then you could disengage. So I'm sorry, you can
then-
you can disengage as your action. I'm sorry, and that allows you to move without incurring an attack of opportunity.
Okay, in that case, then I will draw my sling instead.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right. So we have, let's see here, 12, which is Kith.
I forget if 5e is drawing your weapon free action or bonus action.
You can draw a weapon as a free action.
I will draw my rapier and attack Torga.
All right. Uh, 16 will hit. So 5.
And then I will actually.
Actually, you get 8 because you do get sneak attack damage. Because you have an ally within Right? Isn't that you have an ally within 5 feet, or there's another enemy within 5 feet? Don't you get advantage?
Yeah.
I can't remember. It's been a little bit. We don't play it often enough.
Yeah, I haven't played with a rogue in 5e for a while. It's something
Yeah.
like that.
So you get sneak attack. You get advantage as long as another enemy of your target is within 5 feet of them. So you can roll another attack and take the better of the attack rolls. All right. So you do hit, but we'll take that 8 damage.
Okay. And then these merchant tents here,
Yes.
are they open in the back, or like if I moved behind one, how much cover do I have?
You'd have full cover because you'd be obscured. How about that? It is fur and hide, so.
Okay, and then like these types of rocks here, they're just like normal terrain.
They're difficult. They're slick with ice.
So half movement.
Yeah. You guys are on packed snow right now. I'm assuming. Are you going to
roughly-
cunning action disengage? Is that accurate?
Maybe I gotta see if
Okay.
I can get where I want to get.
You were going to say? I'm sorry, Braxtold.
Oh no, I was just wondering, like, how deep the snow is.
I mean, fairly deep. It's a couple feet that you're on right now. It's just the tops of the rocks are clear from the wind.
That's all I wanted to know.
Yeah, I will disengage, and then as a cunning action, I will move to there.
Okay. All right, Torga. Is going to move.
Will I be able to attack with my sling? Because she moves out the threatened square.
Let's see here. I think you can only attack of opportunity with a.
Or
Do you have a dagger or anything? Let me.
I've got a dagger and a quarterstaff.
So I imagine you had the quarterstaff in your hand or something, and then your sling was ready
I
or
used
something.
the
Or-
quarterstaff as a walking stick.
Okay, you could attack of
Sort of
opportunity
fall.
with the staff if you'd like.
Okay.
That. Why is it green? I wonder.
Let me just /roll 1d20 plus 1.
Ooh.
Well, I'll take the first one instead.
Well, neither will hit.
Yeah, but the first one wasn't a crit fail.
Then Torga is going to throw 2 daggers at Braxthold. First one will miss. The second one will hit for 5 piercing.
I'll adjust my health.
Okay. Alrighty. So both Nausea and I think Nausea is probably going to go first because you're going to have a better dex. So your roll. What you up to?
All right. Sorry, I'm trying to think of where I could. I don't know. We're surrounded. I'm going to move behind this tree
Okay.
first. I'm going to move partially behind that tree first. Sorry. And then I'm going to attempt to shoot the one that is already a little bit injured.
Okay. Well, that'll hit. You want to click your longbow there to do damage? There we go. 7 piercing. All right. A good hit. Frecky.
Alright. So I'm going to move towards this lazy bones here.
So he's sleeping.
Yep.
He'll be asleep for a minute.
I'm going to cast Vine Whip. Or Thorn Whip, rather, sorry. And our good friend Sepek up there.
Okay. That'll hit.
And then how high is he up on those if I end up pulling him down? Do I pull him down?
Oh, it's just about a 5-foot difference. You pull 10 feet, is that it?
Okay. Yep.
All right. All right. Anything else?
For my bonus action, I'll turn into a brown bear.
Oh, nice. Okay. Let's see here. I'm going to need to get the stats on a brown bear.
I've got them here on the Roll20. Can I share that link with you?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Since he got pulled off of slippery, icy terrain, does he have to make any sort of roll for like getting prone?
Yeah.
Right, he would be prone, yeah.
Yeah, let me take care of that.
Good looking out, kid.
All right. He rolls a grand total of 4, so now he is prone.
That will conclude my turn.
Need to find a good prone one here. Oh well. All right.
And this was my second wild shape today because of my whole cat maneuver.
We can call that just practice earlier. So.
Oh, cool. Okay. 1.5 this one.
Let me fix this here really quick. Is your AC is a bear 11, right?
It is. But can I take the AC just 12 in my normal armor if it's one better?
No.
Damn. Okay, sounds good.
I don't believe your armor grants you benefits on that, so.
Back to the stables. But
Okay.
in Wrath of the Lich King?
Okay. All right. This bandit is going to. It's one time at bandit camp. That is the sleeped one. Slept.
That was really funny.
Yeah.
Good job.
Is gonna go. Oh crap! It's a bear. And light crossbow, and misses. Let's see here. This guy is going to attempt to crossbow Brachthold. And misses with a 6. Let's see here. This guy is going to attempt to scimitar.
Now, it's just leaving areas I threaten that incurs attacks of opportunity, not
Okay.
entering, correct?
Right. So, you can move around, and he misses, actually, so.
I am tiny and nimble, and I look very annoyed.
Alright. And let's see here. I think that was all of them. He shot, missed, hit, or missed the bear, missed Brachthold, was sleeping. This guy slashed, missed, yeah. So top of the turn. Suffolk will stand up or attempt it on difficult terrain. Oh my god. So tries to get up and slips back down. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. He just uses half of his movement to come up from prone, that's right. And he's going to slash at the bear. Damn it. He misses.
Was that a crit fail or just a miss?
That was a crit fail. Okay, so let's see here. Who has the 16? Is that Brachthold, right?
That's me.
Yeah.
No.
Brachthold's turn.
Okay, so look at this dwarf here. And look at him. And is he standing on the snow or in one of the merchant stalls?
It's kind of half on the rug, half on the snow.
Okay. About how tall is he?
I don't know, 4 feet.
Okay, wonderful. With shape water, I turn the 5-foot cube of snow directly beneath him from hard-packed snow to ice water.
All right, with your cantrip.
Yeah, I think he would get reasonably a reflex save or something to avoid that, you know?
Yeah, it's probably going to be a dex. Let's hold on a second. So I'm not going to let you change 5 feet of snow into water and have that person sink because that's a little outside of the scope of that cantrip, I think.
That's fair.
Yeah, so you could make it maybe a difficult terrain for now.
Okay.
Could
What
you
I
make,
will.
could you make it a big icicle? Comes up and sticks him through the butt.
I mean,
I do that because it's also funny.
Sure, it would have no damage effect though because this cantrip doesn't do damage. So
yeah, that's why I haven't been using it like that. What I'm going to
now, if you wanted to make an
instead.
icicle and throw it, that would be that could do damage as an inanimate, a thrown object. So,
Yeah.
which I believe is a D8.
Okay. Well, what I'm instead going to do is one second. Okay. So I can create both audio and visual illusions with the cantrip Minor Illusion. And what I'm going to do is attempt to make like that flashbang like effect so that I can move without incurring an attack of opportunity and kind of stagger the dwarf. Would you rule that that's possible?
Let's see here.
Because I can do, volume up to a scream, mimic the sound of a lion's roar.
Probably not because there's spells that actually have that effect.
Okay. Just trying to see what I can get away with cantrips.
I understand.
We could just disengage and move.
Yeah, I'm just going to disengage and move.
Okay.
Then.
Yeah, you have your full movement. Where are you thinking about moving?
Right there.
Okay.
And I moved and disengaged with a disengage.
Yeah.
So I think that's it.
Yeah. So you have a bonus action available if you have anything that does bonus actions like quaffing a potion or getting another, drawing an item or something like that. So
One of my bonus actions is 2-weapon fighting. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, if you had dual hand crossbows, probably.
Yeah.
I think those are both light. So, all right then, Kith.
All right. First, I'm going to make a hide action.
Okay. Let me just let's see here.
21. That should be a successful hide.
Yep.
Okay, and then I will move to right there and sneak attack that dwarf.
Okay. That will work. So 13. A nice little back through the back of the neck, through the back. How are you taking him out with the rapier? Just a nice, quiet kind of. Just this nice needle comes out of the front of his chest, or.
Right through the back of the neck, so it'll stick out of his neck real quick, and then I pull it out and get a nice little fountain spurting from the
Okay.
thorax.
Alrighty. That's cozy.
Nice effects.
There we go. Let's see here. Then Torga. Kind of through the side there is going to see you because it's just kind of a lean-to type tent. But she runs over. And let's see here. Makes a scimitar attack. For 9 points of damage. On Kith. And then nausea.
Okay. Everybody I was gonna shoot just moved, so give me a second.
That's okay. You still do have line of sight from that spot to Torga.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna attempt to shoot Torga.
And then you also have line of sight. If you kind of took a 5 foot to write down, you could get a 5 foot to Suffolk also. Or you could move down and get this guy. Or that guy. So
Yeah. I'm actually gonna shoot the guy that's like still kind of half behind the tents over.
okay. Right here.
No, the other one on the other
This one?
side.
This one right here. Sorry, that's Kith. Never mind. You mean way over here?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm just messing with Paul. So. That'll hit. Roll your damage.
No, the other one was so much better.
I know. Did you roll? Did you roll outside of it? So
Yeah, I saw her click beyond 20's damage.
Bummer.
So yeah, you're basically arrow just kind of scrapes across his face, pretty bad. Tears his cheek open. So. All right. Big brown bear.
I can't see the map at all. It's just black right now for me.
Oh. Sorry,
I tried to re-upload it.
No, that's not you, it's me.
That's what they all say.
How about now?
No, I feel like attacking as bear. Alright, so I'll do my multi-attack. I'm not really sure. I tried reading into this, and I'm not sure if I can telepathically communicate to any of my party members right now in the bear form.
No, not as far as I'm aware. We can't disprove it with science, but I'm fairly confident that brown bears do not have telepathy.
So I would like to roll for bear science. No, but if is there any bonus attack in animal form, or is it pretty much just disengage, move, and attack the same?
Pretty sure. What do you have for actions? You probably have swipe or something, or swipe and bite.
Multi-attack, bite, and claws.
What's multi-attack? You need to bite twice, or what is it?
So I make 2 attack, and one is bite, and one is claws.
Okay, so that's pretty much it. You've got,
That sounds good. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm not digging epic, and he's freaking me out, so I'm definitely
yeah.
gonna do that. And then, did you say I could move? Like, if I was within his range, could I move to that square directly in front of him?
You are directly in front of him, but you encompass 4 squares now. So, you mean right here or what?
Yeah, I more or less want to get between him and the wall and that stone.
What right?
And then do
Right,
a multi-attack.
right here.
If that's the better position, it's hard to see for me where the figures are, but if that's the better position for me to kind of like pin him between my party, yeah. Oh yeah, that is. Cool. And then for multi-attack, what would I roll for the bear's stats?
You said you had a bear somewhere, so I mean, I can run it for you here. Let's see here if you want.
Well, no, if it's it says I got a +5 attack to hit.
All right, so it's probably strength based.
1d8 plus 4.
All right,
And
so
all strength.
you're probably gonna roll 1d20 plus 5, plus 7 actually, because you're probably proficient in the attack.
Plus what?
So it says does it say bite plus 5? Is that what it says?
Yeah.
Yeah, then it's just plus 5. So 1d20 plus 5. Okay, so that'll hit. And then your damage is what, 1d8 plus something?
Looks like 1d8 plus 4
Okay.
for bite, and then 2d6 plus 4 for claw.
Got it. So rolling those 1d8 plus 4.
Cool. All right, now your next attack, you'll roll a d20 plus 5 again. Or whatever it says.
So then I re-roll for the hit for the second strike then?
Yes. Yeah. That will miss.
I just growl in his face as I end my turn.
All right. You guys don't forget about that tactics skill. So. All right.
Is that a free move?
What? At the beginning of your turn, yeah. So. All right. So. It should be on there. I put it on your thing. So let's see here. All right. So. This guy is going to shoot at Nausea. Alright, so this guy is... Alright, that guy is... 4. Okay. So this guy is going to attack Nausea. For 2 points of damage. And I'll record that. And then this guy over here is going to attack Brachthold. For 5. So he pulls up, kind of centers in with his light crossbow and Nails you for 5. You know, actually, I'm sorry. He fired last turn, so he did not reload it. He's going to reload it. So sorry about that.
So I don't take 5 points of damage, almost killing me.
Correct.
And there was much rejoicing.
Damn it, you said it first.
Okay, and that is it. Now we're at the top of the turn. So Suffolk is going to regenerate. And then attack Frecky.
Did you just say regenerate?
Yes. And then he crits. Let's see here. And 24 points of damage.
Bye, Frecky.
Well, that leaves me with 12. You said 24?
I'm actually, yeah, never mind. He does. You drop down to -2 because he did.
My hit points as a brown bear increased to 34.
Yes, so you're still at -2 because he did 38 on that hit. So he critted, and then did. Let's see here. Yeah, it's a D10, so let's see here. 1d8 plus 3. Oh, you know what? Never mind. I'm sorry. Hold on a second. It gave me both rolls for versatility. What
was that? He rolls or me?
No, just hold on a second. So it'd be 2d10 plus 3. Or I'm sorry, 2d8 plus 3. 2d8 plus 3. Yeah, it was 24, so. Sorry about that. So basically, kind of stabs you with this with the longsword, and you took a lot of slashing damage. I'm sorry, and then there was a lot of cold damage on that hit as well. So. Let's see here. Brachthold. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yes, regenerated.
I am first. So you said tactics was a bonus action at the start of our turn, correct?
Yeah, if I remember correctly. So
I'm just gonna do that for a second as I'm taking a look at this, seeing how gnarly that sword hit was to the bear.
it was serious, and you know that the bear did quite a bit of damage to Suffolk, and it barely kind of bothered him, and then he regenerated some of it. So
Okay, how many words around do I get?
oh, you get, I don't know, it's like 6 seconds. So
Okay. So my words are gonna be everyone run. And what I'm going to do is cast the spell Silent Image. And so, would I be able to use the illusion Silent Image to mimic the effect of the spell Darkness?
no,
Or not?
because it's
Okay.
not a mimic spell.
Yeah. What I'm going to then do is fire off a chromatic orb on who is the one that actually her, I believe, the one going after Kith.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's her name?
Torga.
Yes. You know what? Fire sounds about right.
Sounds good.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. For whatever reason, like these aren't working right. Like, what is 1d20 CS greater than 1?
I'm not sure. CS sounds broken. I'm not sure what it means. Do you want to roll it? There you go.
Yeah. That's a spell attack, so I don't know if that like goes against normal AC or anything.
Yeah, it does. So it's a ranged
Okay.
attack, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me double check something. All right, cool. Standard critical hit. Okay. Yeah, that will not hit. So
Okay. And at that point,
so you've cast. Are you running?
yes. That's 10. So it's there where the 20-foot marker is. I don't know if you can see that. Is that where the difficult terrain starts?
Right about there. Yeah, about there.
Okay.
Excuse me.
That's 10. Okay, so I move there.
Okay.
And yeah,
All
like I
right.
said to the group, everyone run.
Kith.
Okay, so first I will disengage, and then I will use a dash action. So this would. Let's see if I can do this. I don't think my fingers are long enough. Alright, so to there would be 30 feet because of the rough terrain. So I still have another 40 feet to go.
All right. You can make it next behind Suffolk if you want. So, if that's where you're going.
Alright, so I'm going to there.
All right. Was that right? I think that was it.
Yeah, that's good. And let's see. And I will draw out my longbow and shoot this dwarf here. Sorry, short bow.
All right. And that will hit for 8 points. You take him out. nausea.
All right, I am going to try and shoot that dwarf over by the tree.
Okay.
I got you 2 cards. 2 cards I got you.
Oh, thank you, honey.
Did it hit?
Yes, it did. Would you like to roll damage? All right. 8.
Yeah. And now I'm going to run away.
And then rangers in their favored terrain aren't hindered by difficult terrain.
Correct. She does the Legolas right across the top of the snow and ice, leaving your short, stumpy little legs. You know.
I've known you guys for a week. Bye.
I don't need to outrun this murderous caravan. I just need to outrun my party.
I stopped to help. I shot somebody before I left.
Big
Okay, let's double check something. Okay. Alrighty, so Frecky.
Alright. So, as this bear who just kind of got really picked on, if I'd say so myself, is there any way I could use my strength to kind of push Sephic back and maybe topple him over that sleeping lazy bone dwarf?
You can shove, yeah.
Okay, so would that be a strength roll?
Yes. Basically a grapple. It's like an acrobatics. Or, I'm sorry, athletics check.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think bears can also grapple.
Oh, yeah.
And you have to decide what you're gonna do with them afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be playing to your strength, that's for sure.
No, I really want to get him away from my body.
You can shove. That means basically you're going to take a strength, basically athletics check. And
I do that form.
do you have, do you have an athletics skill on your character sheet? Where's your bear? Does the bear have...
I don't think I have the bear interface in my Beyond.
Okay, let me...
I would love to know.
Let me... Let me see if I can show it in here. Oh, that's just the image. Okay. Let's see here. You can... So it's a strength check. So basically you're going to attack with a +4 to the roll. Do you have athletics also? Because your stuff kind of comes into the play for your physical attributes.
Got it. So I have my athletics +3. So do I roll that?
No, I would roll your strength to hit. So. That hits. So you want to shove is the action, right? Or you want to knock prone, or do you want to shove?
I mean, ideally he would be prone because I'm pushing him back over that lazy bones right there. So ideally he topples over the sleeping dwarf. and pushing him in that direction.
Well, you can shove him in 5 feet, and then he's on difficult terrain. And so we'll see if he falls over here. He does not fall over, so.
Alright, well then I hightail it south. Let's see.
Alright, so
Since we just got to
you'll want
top
to
of,
go ahead.
oh no, I was just gonna ask if we could take a quick 10-minute once we're at the top of the round.
Sure, we're at the top of the round now, and I'm gonna set something up because something else is happening up above. So
Okay.
if you guys
Yeah,
want to come
sorry,
back in
we've
10,
just been
no, you're fine.
going for like 2 hours, and I was
Yep.
like, I need to stretch my legs.
Yeah, let's take 10. So
Okay.
back at 8:02.
Sorry, I corrected my move. I meant to go my full 40.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I've been reading too many like discrepancies between I think it was like 30 and 5e and druiding, or maybe it was 4e, but druidism. But I appreciate all druid wisdom passed to me. I thought I was hot shit doing that power play against that fucking White Walker. What the fuck you pulling on us, dude? Should have smacked that sleeping game.
You know, the White Walker dude's pretty buff, I have to say. Kind of surprised at the encounter, but you know, it is what it is.
Fate has been sealed.
I probably wouldn't roll into somebody's camp and, challenge them for leadership.
I'm back.
Okay. I'm not sure who we're waiting on, so.
I'm here.
So just Bono then.
Hey, good work everyone on either putting someone to sleep or killing them back there. I brought an approval and panic.
Did we forget to kill that guy?
Which one?
The one that's asleep.
Yeah, well, there's kind of, the dude who is dealing 24 damage and a casual swipe of his sword and regenerates, standing next to him now.
I was hoping he tripped on the dwarf and impaled him with that ice dagger, but wasn't the case. It was athletic. I didn't know we were dealing with like the Steve Nash and White Walkers here.
We are just waiting on Paul, and we'll get going.
Yeah, back.
Okay. Okay, we're at the top of the round. So the first thing that happens is our friend Cephik here regenerates. And let's see here. And then from the north come four dwarves charging. Actually, we'll do that. So Cephik is going to... He gets up. Well, he regenerates, gets up. And then he kind of looks around and starts moving to the west. So... And this dwarf attacks this dwarf. I don't know if you can see up here.
We can.
You can't?
We can.
Oh, you can.
Totally
Okay.
yeah.
I can only see the two dwarves that just showed up.
Okay.
That's
Pretty
good.
far away. I ran pretty far.
Let's see here. So this dwarf is... How come I can't do anything with him? So... that's frustrating. Okay. Do-do-do. All right, so this dwarf, there's two dwarves attacking up top. Makes a long sword attack. Misses but they make 2. They do damage. And -7 on this guy. All right. And then Sefik, he moved. He is going to, kind of as he's going, throw a dagger at Kith. As kind of a last little, F you. For 10 points of damage.
At who?
At Kith, so.
Kith, quit dying.
So 6 piercing and then 4 cold. So you notice as like you fall, the wound starts to get like frostbite all over it as you fade to black. Let's see here. Brachthold, sorry.
Okay, so that's awful. I am going to first 3 words are going to be nausea, heal, Kith. And then I'm going to cast Frostbite at the person who set their guards on us. I keep forgetting her name.
Torga.
Yeah, Torga. So that is a DC 13 Constitution save.
All right. Saved.
Ah.
Yeah.
And then I am going to move.
All right.
There. Because that is still difficult terrain.
Yes. All done?
Yes.
All right.
So I think Kith is too far away for me to heal in one turn. I think he's over 30 feet.
Are we certain these guards are against us? They're pretty aggressive towards us then?
Which guards?
The dwarves that showed up later, those are definitely those guards. They're no.
Well, this one over here, I don't know. I don't know what you guys can see from your screen, so.
I think they're helping us.
You can hear, battle up by where that lady is, so. I don't know if you can see up there.
My bear instincts tell me there's conflict away.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay, 12. So, Kith, you want to make a save, please?
Was it con save?
Yeah, it's straight. All right. There's one in the good column.
Better than any druid I've ever met.
Let's see here. Torga is let's see, what is that going to be? 28. All right, and then trying to beat cheeks, so provokes an attack of opportunity. Which hits. Okay. Nausea.
Okay, so I think Kith is more like 50 feet away from me than 30. So I don't think, yeah, that I can run over and heal him.
I'm spending this time just kind of putting my snout towards him.
Sure.
trying to-
You could double move. You could like move and then you use your action to move again, or dash, so to speak. So, and that would put you right there.
Yeah, but then I'm directly in the line of fire if these other guys don't turn out to be friendly. Which I don't think they are.
That is true.
So I will go directly by the bear and then I will get him next turn. Sorry, Kith.
All right, bear.
Alright, so for this turn, I'm going to go to the sleeping dwarf.
Remember, the rocks are double movement, so
It's
what's your movement?
it's 40.
So you could go like, yeah, you could move to the 30. You are a large creature though, so that does help. So you could definitely move there.
Can I move there even?
Yes.
Alright, well, I think I'm going to move right here.
Right there.
Right here. And then, so I wouldn't be able to cast a multi-attack on the sleeping dwarf.
No, you can't. Yeah, you can because you're adjacent. Your token is 2x2, so you are a large creature.
Okay, got it. Okay.
You're a large creature.
Yes, I will go through that gauntlet again. So I'll cast is that my strength check?
It is
Or
the bite. You're gonna
I
bite,
want to do multi
Yeah.
attack.
and so you're gonna bite and slash, right? So,
Yep.
So wait, let me show you what the bear is here. So you get a +6. So but a 1 will not do it. So you want to try your claws then?
Yes.
Okay.
And I do a strength test?
No. So your bite is at +6, and your claw is at +6 also. So
neither attack will hit from now.
no, but you called bite, so your bite missed. Now you need to roll your claw. So your claw is 1d20 +6, and it has a 5-foot reach. Then that will hit. So now you get 2d6 +4 for your damage. Well, plus you crit, so you're going to get 4d6 because he's sleeping. So you'll get 4d6 +4. There you go. Look at you. You tore that sleeping dwarf up.
I'd like to thank the Force or whatever creature is guiding this bear.
Is it? Okay, so if you're a human and you're in the form of a bear and you do exactly what he just did and you just fucking eat somebody, is that still cannibalism if you're a bear when you do it?
Yeah, I guess would I get any hit points
Yes.
back from
No.
fighting in
No, you're not a vampire. So
on the bear power? Fair enough. Alright, and then I would like to stay in bear form. Yes.
all right. So top of the round. Suffolk regenerates. And let's see here. He will then let's see here. Attack the bear. Oh. Let's see here. Doing
Oh goodness.
let's see here. Doing 7 piercing damage. And 7 cold damage.
So you're saying there's a chance?
So you take 12. So you take 7 pierce, okay, and that puts you to 5. And then you're gonna take 5 cold damage. There's 2 left, so you shift out of your bear form and back into your human form, which takes an additional 2 cold damage. So, or dwarf form. I think that's how that works for the druid stuff. That's why the wild shape's pretty buff.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Okay. Let's see here. So, and then Suffolk will. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Misty step down to there. So, and now we've got some dwarf action here. Brexold.
Okay. So it looks like Suffolk is the only one that's still alive.
Is Torga alive up there on the rocks?
It appears so.
Would I be able to move there? That was a total of 15 feet of movement.
Yes.
Okay, so I do that, and then I grab my sling, which does have that range.
It's probably at disadvantage because I think, what is it, like 20, 60 or something?
30, 120.
Okay. So after 30 feet, within 30 feet, it's a normal roll. After 30 feet is disadvantage, so.
Okay.
So let's see here. It looks like you still miss, so.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's okay, though, so.
Yep.
So there are dwarves going after Torga. First misses once, second misses again. And the next one hits for 7. And hits again for 6. So Torga looks like she's really kind of on the run there, getting chased by a couple of the dwarves. And it looks like she's running for the dog pack, so. Let's see here. Kith.
I'm laying down.
Yeah, you want to save? Well, there you go. 2 out of 3. Torga is going to disengage. Nausea.
I'm gonna go help Kith.
All right.
I have cure wounds. Give me one.
Sure.
Looks like he heals.
For 8.
There you go. You're not dead, Kith.
Thank you.
Frecky.
Well, I'm super stoked that was real dark down there. I'm going to kind of go in front of, let me measure this, in front of the wolf pack where,
As soon as you get to the rocks, though, it costs you double movement. So
yeah, so if I can get to the base.
you can
of
get
the
right there,
rocks,
yes. Yeah, I think your movement is 25, right?
It is, so I can get, that's the closest I can get.
To the base of the rocks, basically.
Okay, well then, I guess, I've got one more, thanks to this, easy mode for this first few times. I'm gonna turn into a giant spider.
Okay.
so I get a bonus to climb.
Okay. What are you gonna? I don't know what you're gonna be climbing, but
Well, just that rock area, would that give me an advantage on that rough terrain?
you're not climbing. It's just difficult terrain. So. I mean, yeah, you won't suffer from difficult terrain. So your action is to turn into a. Or is it a bonus action?
It's a bonus action.
Okay, so a bonus action, you turn into a giant spider.
Right. And yeah, so I have spider climb, so I can definitely. Yeah, that is what I was referencing. So I'm gonna move my 30. Oh, sorry, my 30 feet. Sorry, this touch is super annoying. And then I'm going to cast my web on Torga. So it's a ranged weapon attack +5 from 30 to 60 feet. DC 12 strength check.
All right. So it's a +5 to hit. So 1d20 +5.
Thank you.
You need to put a /roll space in front of that. There you go. Let's see here. That misses.
Damn, then I make a spider sound when I'm done.
Yeah, you like kind of missed with the web. All right. Let's see here. So this dwarf over here runs up, tries to beat her into the ground. Hits for 10. Drops Torga unconscious. All right. And top of the turn, Suffolk. Does not need to regenerate. Turns to face the... Actually, I'm sorry, it's a bonus action. Let's see here. Let's see here. Misty steps over there. Sees Brachthold. Sees the dwarf. Makes a difficult decision. And throws an ice dagger at Brachthold. And misses.
And there was much rejoicing.
Spider sounds.
One dwarf's gonna move down. Let's see here. All right, this dwarf is going to attack. Hits for 4. Well, the first attack. And 11 on the next. That dwarf double moved, so. Brachthold.
Okay. Well, that dude that put a dagger in me is talking a lot of shit for someone in gnomish sling range.
Oh,
Does a
yeah.
19 hit?
It does.
Alright, so that's 5 points of bludgeoning damage to the face.
There we go. You see him noticeably, like, try to wave that out of his face.
And, I tell him, we weren't even aggressive. Why? That's my turn.
Yeah. So the two dwarves come over here and face off against this big giant spider. You notice their shields have the foaming mug crescent, or, standard on them. It looks like they're ready actions. Ready.
In response to those actions, use a bonus to get out of my.
Well, they come up, and instead of attacking, they get ready just to see what you're doing. So, and then it's going to be Kith's turn.
Alright, I will use my normal movement action to stand up. And then I will use my cunning action. To move there. And I'm going to fire at Sethic with my short bow.
Okay. That will hit. 10. He's starting to look kind of bloodied. Torg is asleep. Nausea.
Okay, so I have a spell that I picked up. Give me one moment. I'm not entirely sure how this.
Is it Hunter's
Okay,
Mark?
I have Hunter's Mark, and it does an extra 1d6 of damage to anyone I choose. But I'm not in. Oh, okay. I just hit the button like I normally would. Never mind.
Yeah. So
Alright, cool.
basically,
Cool.
as your bonus action, you would say, I'm going to use bonus action Hunter's Mark and put it on whoever you're going to put it on.
All right, bonus action. I use Hunter's Mark to put it on Stefik.
Okay. So now he's got a little bouncing arrow on top of him.
All right, I do not see the bouncing arrow, but that's okay.
I'm
And
just
then
kidding. That's kind of like a WoW thing. So.
Such a good hunter's mark. It's not even a discount die.
So and then now when you attack, if you hit, you do an additional d6. So.
Right.
Did a 14 hit?
Yes, it does.
So
Hell yeah.
So if you're in beyond 20, or if you're in your character sheet, you could click on the longbow for just the damage on the longbow, and then you could click on the hunter's mark damage under the effect area, and that should give us the damage
Yeah, that's
totals.
what I'm gonna do.
Okay. So we do six with the longbow. And then an additional 2 for the hunter's mark. So cool. So
All right, kind of lame, but it's okay. It lasts
that's
more than
okay.
one round.
8 points. Yeah, it lasts for an hour, and if the target dies, you can just, as your bonus action, move that hunter's mark to the next target. So it's very handy to do at the beginning of an engagement.
I thought if the target was already injured, she gets an additional d6.
Let me read that. No, this one is until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 damage to the target whenever you hit it with a weapon attack. And then you have advantage on perception or survival against it. If the target drops to 0 hit points before the spell ends, you can use a bonus action to mark a new creature. I think I remember the one that you're talking about, but I don't remember the name of it. Frecky. I'm sorry, Nausea, did you want to move? Because you still do get a movement if you want.
Are there any guys behind me at the moment? Like bad guys behind me at the moment? I can't.
Well, you'd have to define bad guys. There's 18 dogs. There's some dwarves that you're unsure about.
All right. Yeah, I'll move.
All right, Frecky.
Alright, so as a spider, I'll climb down these rocks. And then I should make it to here, that 30-foot mark. Okay, well, I'm still within. Is that 40 feet?
Well, let me. If we do, you can measure corner to corner, so it's 30. A range of 30 if you're trying to cast a spell.
As spider. So I moved as a spider. I think I would like to come out of spider form as a bonus. And I would like to cast create bonfire on or underneath or around where that Walker Suffolk son of a is.
Oh, nice. All right. All right. Let me let's see here.
I think that extra d6 I was thinking of is from the hunter archetype.
Yeah, I believe you're right. Because I think the okay, he gets a 12, so he does not meet the dexterity save. So he takes a d8.
So on that, I roll the 1d8 fire damage.
Yeah, or you can just click in roll 20. You can't. Yeah, there you go. You do 8. Nice. Anytime there's a little purple or highlighted damage or anything in roll 20, you can just click that and it'll roll that. So.
Like that.
Yeah.
But don't use my die for
yeah. Yeah. 48.
I like the fun of friend.
Yeah. Right. Okay, so this dwarf is going to attack him. I'm sorry, it's this one. I don't think you guys can see which one I'm selecting anyway. With a miss. And another miss. Alright. Suffolk's turn. He does not regenerate because there is a huge bonfire right there. Let's see here. And let's see here. He is going to attempt to move. That's just a 5-foot spell, right? 5-foot cube, okay. He's going to move up 1. And then he's going to attack. Since he's out of Misty Steps.
Generated attack of opportunity.
He didn't move away from... He didn't move outside of anybody's reach. He's still within 5 feet. You can move within the reach, but you can't move out of it once you move out of somebody's reach. Alright, Suffolk is going to attack the battle axe. He's going to hit. And do 5 plus... So, 10 points of damage. How did that work? So, I'm sorry, 11 points of damage to this. Alright, and then that's his turn. Then the other dwarf is going to attack. And that is a crit for... So 6. So 9. Plus, nice. 9 plus 10, so 19. Alright, it's not looking too good for Suffolk there. Brachthold.
Well, he shouldn't have tried stabbing me. Why is it not... Let me try this again. It's not letting me... There we go.
There it is.
Does a 17 hit?
It does. Nice damage.
And, does 7 take him down?
No, just barely.
Hell of a
Well, I'm going to move there. And... 2-weapon fighting. I can't sling him, walk up, and then hit him with my staff, can I?
No, you'd need a light weapon in both hands.
Is part of my movement, can I drop my staff and draw my small adventuring knife? No, never mind. Yeah, that's all I've got then.
Okay.
I'm, in fact, going to move 1 back to right there.
Okay.
Not immediately right next to him.
I'm not going to give it to him.
And, no, and then I'm going to look at Nasha and say, it's a real bad time for Suffolk to take an arrow to the knee.
Fucking magic, ain't it?
These dwarves are going to move down here. And it is Kith my ass.
Move to there. That's one action. And we'll draw my rapier. He is flanked, so I will attack with the rapier with advantage.
Either of those will work.
What?
It's Kith, not Kith.
Close enough. That was funny.
How do you want to end him?
There used to be evildoers like him until he took an arrow to the knee.
Just as the rapier is going into his back and coming out his sternum, I say, next time you better make sure I'm all the way down.
Is this a bad time for a cold shoulder remark?
It would be perfect.
Have an ice day.
Okay, so he essentially, as your rapier starts to slide through, you feel it kind of get hard. It's get harder and harder to press through, and then you feel like your rapier gets super cold, and you see frost start to come up and come up the blade, and then it starts to fade away as you kind of see blue light start cracking through him, and he just kind of falls apart into a bunch of ice cubes type thing. So let's see here. Yeah, so he just basically shatters and falls apart. His clothes are kind of there still. And so is the sword made of ice.
And when those two dwarves were readying against Fricky, did you say there were or there weren't the battle dwarf insignias on there?
They have the frosting, the foaming mug standard on their shields. Same thing.
Across. I saw them with my 8 eyes. These are battle hammers.
All right, lads, we got no beef with you, say the dwarves, as combat kind of ends. We're here for the thief and for our marked stuff. The rest we don't care about.
We were here for the murderer's head, as I point to Sephrak.
Dunna care about him.
Okay. Well, they started attacking us. Also, there's a body in one of those carts.
That sounds like a you problem.
Well, you want to check to make sure it's nobody you know? Because otherwise we were just going to kind of hand it to a guard.
Well, when we went by it, it looks like it's a half elf, so it's nobody we know.
I turned to the half elves. I don't know if there's more than one in the party, and say, anyone you know?
Probably not. I've been pretty isolated from others, like from other half elves and elves.
I'm pretty sure that's
Actually, now that I think about it.
pretty sure that's Selenthal who was what Scrampsax was looking for.
So you guys hear this ominous roaring thunder, almost like a scream coming from the far, far, far west, like off to the horizon type thing. You just hear like this scream over the wind as Suffolk died. So
is there any part of him that's recognizable that we could bring back as proof of his demise?
not really. His body is all broken up. Maybe a clump of hair or something. So
I asked
the blade. I mean the ice daggers and the ice dagger and longsword.
I asked the dwarf captain if he could sign a writ stating that we all killed him together.
Very well. We're gonna pack up the armor and weapons that rightfully are ours.
Very well. We have no quarrel with that. Thank you for your help. It was going to be a bad situation without you.
Well, you're welcome. Say, I think you're the lads also that Korak was talking about. Did you guys get the iron?
We did, in fact.
Thank
and
you.
we killed the goblins that killed your clanmates, I believe.
Yeah, well done on that. If you ever find yourself by the battle hammer mines, stop on by. You can treat yourself to a meal.
Well, if we might impose on your hospitality, would you need all 3 of those dog sleds to transport your equipment?
No, we have stuff right up here.
Would you mind giving us a hand loading one? For you see, I am, well, much less stout than you, and I believe most of my companions are injured.
I'm sorry, lad. We don't have time for that. We got to get going before this storm hits.
No harm in asking. Thank you anyway.
Might I try to go up to 1 or 2 of those and attempt to wrangle them in and kind of look at my party and say, these are good-looking dogs. I think we could fetch a fair price for these at the stables if need be.
Do you mind finding them good and loving homes?
I'm gonna defer to Brackfold here.
I was thinking of making friends with the dogs like I made friends with the bear. I go over to one of the corpses and cut a bit off of its arm before it freezes, and go to one of the dog teams. And do they look hungry at all?
Yeah, they'll. Well, I mean, there's meat strapped to their sleds also. So
Yeah, but we should try stretch the meat out as much as possible.
you
I don't
want
think
to
we're
get them a
within
taste for
sight.
dwarven flesh.
Well, like that body there, or that one, are those dwarves?
It's up to you guys. Whatever you want to do. You're literally a mile from town.
Okay, so the guards can't, like, we're not within sight of town.
No.
Okay, I feed the dogs dwarf flesh, because that's a body, and we're not letting that go to waste.
I agree with the natural order of things, but I'm slightly uncomfortable at this. But
I will make the animal handling roll then.
best wizard I know, man.
I'll help.
All right, so you guys dump a dwarf. It's dump a dwarf day.
Well, Nausea rolled a 13, and I rolled a 5. So I'm pretty sure they like our half-elf ranger better than me.
Yeah. So, Mike, I guess I have a question for you guys. Torga is she's unconscious. So,
Oh, they didn't haul her off? I thought...
Yeah, I thought they.
Oh yeah, they did. I'm sorry. They gacked her, so she's dead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because otherwise I would have, taken the head and used that as the proof of payment.
I guess also right now, I don't mind walking over to Kith and casting a cure wounds.
Well, thank you.
I then look over at our druid, hopefully, and cough a little and wave to the crossbolt hole in my shoulder.
I cast a healing word and kind of.
Thank you.
So among all of the items in here, of a couple, like, I'm assuming you guys want to go through and see everything that you have in this camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Torga has a key around her neck on a leather strap. There is in one of the tents an iron strongbox.
Does the key open the iron strongbox?
It does. So, let's see here. I'm going to put everything in chat.
Okay, can you put it in the Discord?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So,
Okay. I was literally about to do the same. Like, wait a second. Did we just get that directly in there?
yeah, I just pasted it all in there.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Ooh, I'm already calling dibs on that spell book. And
Take that parchment paper too.
I'll take the paper and then look at the party and say, we can sell the book once I've copied all the spells from it.
I definitely take interest in the jeweler's tool.
Is that dagger the one that Cephalic had?
Yes. Same with the longsword.
So I would definitely like take one of the longbows, and if no one opposes, the dagger.
I will happily hand a dagger to our rogue.
So yeah, with animal handling, you guys could get everything kind of loaded up, wrapped up into the furs and whatnot, loaded onto the dog sleds. You could hook the dog sleds up and drive the whole damn thing back to town if you want on 3 different dog sleds. So
Holy shit, I give out a big old yippee, say I'm out of fucking bears and spider forms. Let's do this.
Yeah. Let's do that. Are the dogs large enough for a 3-foot-tall halfling to ride?
well, it takes 6 of them per sled. So you could ride on one of the sleds. Do you mean like just
Okay.
in general? They're like big.
Yeah,
They're like big huskies. So
Okay,
It-
so they're not like
they're not big.
riding
They're not really big
size.
enough. They're not really big enough to do that. They're really designed for pulling the sled. So
Okay.
you need
Then
like
I guess we'll have to.
yeah, you need a
keep
Saint
the
Bernard.
dogs and sleds.
You should get a Saint Bernard.
Let me see.
Or
Get it?
or a Leonberger.
And then
I
on
could literally become an axe beak now. It's not my first axe beak, so.
and then there is the corpse, the half elf corpse also. It's frozen,
we can
frozen
definitely
corpse.
Throw that on there.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
we'll
wanna take
have
that
to
back
report
to
this.
Can you keep it frozen, Brackle, please?
Yeah, and then, I mutter something in Gnomish over the corpse and say, it'll stay frozen until the weather breaks. Obviously sarcastically.
The dwarf doesn't laugh. He's especially unnerved about Brackfold feeding dwarfs to the dogs we're now leading back to town.
Look
Rich,
at
is
the
there anything special about the thieves' tools, or are they just standard thieves' tools?
They're just standard.
well, I think we load everything up and then head back to town, and I think that's time, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna just one more thing here. Let me get you set up here. All right, so you get back to town. I mean, the roads are. I mean, you can sled dog through the roads too. So I think we're gonna end it up like that. Does that look all right?
At the end? Oh, I see.
You park your your teams. I don't know. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to? I figured you go back there because it's getting late.
No, totally. I zoomed out and I was like, oh shit, those are our dogs.
Yeah, and we want to show Scramsax that body to see if it's the one that he was looking for.
And then
I'd also like to ask him to wake Trollbane if she's present and it's urgent.
yeah, I mean it's not like nighttime, so it's just
Pitch black outside because it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
yeah.
Alaska nighttime. I mean daylight.
So yeah, we can we'll basically end it there.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Okay, and then yeah, you guys.
Do we need to like role play out all the stuff we want to sell, or just?
Well, what I was doing is you guys packed everything up on the dog sleds. You came here because you probably want to get the bounty for that one thing first, and then you might be able to find buyers at the inn. There's also plenty of little shops around you. I figured what we've got is you guys got all this stuff on the sleds, and we'll just start there. You're at the inn, and then we can deal with all those sales and everything next time. So.
Okay, cool.
Sounds
and I'll
good.
need the stats for that dagger.
Yeah. So it's basically
And then-
it's a dagger, but it does an extra 2d4 cold. So it's plus 1 dagger with 2d4 cold damage.
Sweet.
If you want
Nice.
to build that into your same with the longsword. If you want to build that into your stuff.
And then how much XP did we get?
Oh yes, sorry. You want XP too? Jeez.
I need more spells.
Yeah, I was like, dude, feed me.
It's 313 each for that encounter.
So, okay. So each person gets an extra 313 XP.
Yeah, so I think that puts you guys at 853.
Correct. Just before level 3.
Yeah.
We were 47 XP shy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we only got the one thing done. So.
Fair.
Yeah, my apologies for the alchemy trip. I didn't know we were going to fucking Northern Rack.
Worst case, you might be able to sell that longsword if nobody uses longswords. So.
I can't use them. Well, I mean, I can, but they're not effective.
Right. So. All right, cool. Well, thanks everybody for playing, and we'll see you next Monday.
Thanks all.
Sounds good.
Enjoy, please.
Thanks.